Hello, hello everybody. We are live. I think. You know me. I know. I'm trying to read. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to see if I can reload it in here, and I think I'm live. Happy Friday to everybody. Happy last day of Christmas in July. I'm telling you, this has been, having 5 is kind of fun, actually. It's actually kind of fun. It's 1 week of more work, but it's a lot of fun. So I am glad that you guys have joined me today. We have got a fun giveaway for someone who comments this morning. We haven't quite figured out what it is, but I'm pretty sure we'll get there. Let's see. Hey, Karina, let's give away a big prize today. And why don't we give away a Jingle Bell barn? Yes. And if you don't know what that is, I will show you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lots of you guys here this morning. It's so good to see you. Our winner last week was Miss Wendy Little. She won a $10 gift certificate. So you guys have been loving Christmas in July as much as we have, and I thank you for that. And I have ants in my pants this morning. I'm trying to get comfortable here. Good morning to everybody, Diane and Tina and Melissa and Pat and you guys are flying here. Susanna and Holly and woo! Yes. So, and Dragonfly, I am so glad to see you guys. So keep commenting. Karina will draw a name at the end and announce it probably on our Facebook page. I don't know. She does all that. So it's Friday. It's finally cooled down a bit here. I hope it's nice and cool for you guys too, because it was a bear. I mean, it was a bear this last couple weeks. So we got over 1.5 inches of rain just last night. So it's finally cooled down. It's still a good day to stay in and craft, right? Right? Or look at videos while you're at work. I know. Right? So, okay. So, that's Squirrel Tanya. Hey! You weren't here yesterday. No, I wasn't here yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, so let's do a quick recap. You guys are going to love, 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 love. I hope you love it as much as I do, because I'm going to introduce you to my newest friend, and I think I might do a little coloring this morning for you guys. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, we're going to recap first. And then I have 2 brand new products, and I think you're going to go bananas over both of them. So, let me get you switched over here. All right. Recap. Okay. First recap. This was week 1. No, Karina, you cannot look at videos. Well, maybe. I don't know. If they're good videos. Anyway. All right. First week was Christmas. Hank Does Christmas. Okay. I love this. This was certainly Puff. If I have not told you guys this already, when Puff was a little kitten, I call her Puff because she looks like a cream puff. She literally looked like a little cream puff when she was young. Like you could pick her up off of a table and she was this little puff thing. And so, okay. I don't know if you guys are reading the comments, but that's funny. And I'm sorry, I really did squirrel. But that's funny. I couldn't figure out why she was saying I wasn't here yesterday. And she said, that's because I thought it was Friday and kept coming back over and over and over until I had a falling out with Alexa. That's funny. That's something I would do. Anywho, I'm sorry. Yes. When Puff was little, she used to launch from the couch into the Christmas tree. Like she was only this long. And I looked up and there she is, and she's in the Christmas tree. Thank goodness there was no ornaments, and she just thought it was the coolest thing. She had a smile on her face. I have the greatest picture. It's like, oh no, here we go. So anyway, this was Hank Does Christmas. Okay. And of course the stamps and the dies. And that week we also released the Be Merry die. I love this. It's got a shadow. You can cut this out of white and use markers and color it any color to match any card that you have. So this is a great one. This one flew off the shelves. We've had to reorder it already. The week 2, I believe this was week 2. This is Woody and Hazel Jean. And it's Yappy Holidays, waiting for Santa Paws. Isn't that cute? Ah, they're so adorable. Of course, stamp and die. And this is the one you guys went crazy over. The candy cane frame. Everybody went nuts over the candy cane frame. Absolutely cool stamp. You can use that. I mean, these frames that we do, I do them intentionally so that you can use them on cards and you can use them on scrap pages. So there's a die for the inside and a die for the outside. You can use them together or separately, right? So you can cut it out as a whole piece and just have a white space, or you can have it as a frame and put it on a scrapbook page. This is a really, really cool frame, and we've got more coming, lots more coming where this comes from. Then, speaking of flying off the shelves, holy cow. Riley Halloween 1 and Riley Halloween 2. Love these guys, love these guys, love these guys, love these guys. Right? Everybody went crazy. Frank's a lot. I love this. The official vegetable of Halloween. Did I ever tell you? I'm not sure if I've seen Dolores on here yet. She has a Halloween. She dressed up as a candy corn one year. It was the cutest thing you've ever seen, really, seriously. All right. Halloween 2. The little spider and little zombie, which may or may not be in the next Halloween card kit, craft-along kit. Yes. In the little mummy, which may or may not be in the same kit. It's adorable, right? Okay. And then last week, we released these two guys, the zombies, which was kind of a dual purpose stamp because of the die. So the die cuts out the inside out and the outside. If you don't want the zombie in it, you just cut right along there, and you have a little goo frame, which is really, really super fun. All right, so these were last week's. Now, I'm so excited. If you were on the Brutus Monroe, how many of you guys were on, how many of you guys were on Brutus Monroe, on the Brutus Monroe event last week? I don't think I saw very many of you, so this is going to be fun. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh my God, I'm so excited. Dustin made this just for me. I told him that I have always wanted a little dragon to sit on my shoulder and breathe fire at people that are mean. And I give you Tiki. Okay? This is Tiki. It's Tiki. T for Tanya, K for Kostanek with 2 eyes in the middle. Tiki! This is my little girl. Is she not fabulous? She's got her little wings. She's got a little attitude. And look at her. Look at her. There's 2 stamps that go with the kit. Okay, I'm not bossy. I'm magically persuasive. Yes. And brewing up bad decisions 1 potion at a time. If you guys know me, she is my little mini-me in dragon form. So you guys, meet Tiki. I hope you love her. She gets in all kinds of little shenanigans. So she's my little pink dragon with my little baby wings and my little attitude, and she wears little bows. Look at that. All right. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. Yeah, the bow bat. So there's a bow. There's 3 different bows on here. One is a little skelly. One is a little spider, and one is a little bat. Aren't they cute? So here she is. These are the 2 cards that I did for the Brutus Monroe event last week. Did a little easel card. Isn't she ridiculous? And today you're going to get to see. I'm thinking I might have missed some cards from the girls. I hope not. But you'll get to see I have my new headshot pick for the business is me with Tiki perched on my shoulder. So Dolores made this one. Dolores and Kelly, look at these little bows. Aren't they cute? I know. She made her pink on this one, but green on this one. You can make her any color you want. All right? You can make her any color you want. Okay? Look. Isn't this fantastic? She is just a little princess, you guys. She's just a little princess. Looky, the girls just went nuts this time. They did such a good job. Look at these. Yeah. And these, the little bows are stamped in the background and embossed, and then Rebecca does her amazing blending. Look at this. For some reason I think, no, maybe not. That's Jeannie, Rebecca, Luciana, Dolores, Tia. And I think I got everybody. Look at that, isn't that cute? Just paper with just a little lace frame and our little goo dye. I know. Aren't these so fabulous? Meet Tiki. She's my little princess. She's my girl. So, yep, that's Tiki. But wait, I'm not done. Okay? So we'll leave little Miss Tiki, and I'm going to give you guys a little surprise this morning, and I'm going to show you how to color her. Super quick, super easy. All right? But here is our final product of 2026. Christmas in July. Drum roll, please. It's a new Christmas in July tag kit, and you guys are going to love these. There are 15 tags in this kit. 15. We have got them separated out, pre-cut, of course. You know us, pre-cuts. And they are all in bags. So this goes with tags 1 through 5. This goes with tags 6 through 10, 11 through 15. They're all in this kit. I'll show you guys what you get. You get all of the papers. Anybody else have an issue with bags that open like this? Yeah, she looks great as a blue dragon. All right. So this is what you get in your kits, okay? So, of course, you get the photographs, right? And then you get everything in groupings. And then you have the photographs in here and the instructions per set, just like that. You get the die set that actually makes the pennant dies or the pennant tags, and then all of the papers to cut them out. And we added extra for you just so that you could make even more if you wanted to. So let me show you these. You're going to love them. All right. There is one. Isn't that cute? And then you just put, I've got my numbers on the back, of course, but you just put it on white if you want to put their names and stuff on the back. And there's another one. This is using our tag kit. Right? Best gift ever. Which could be like a love. Okay. Miss Wendy asked if we're going to have more Tiki stamps. Oh, heavens, yes. There are more Tiki stamps, I believe. Let me look at my board. We will have a new set for Tiki in January, and then all throughout next year. She's doing all kinds of holidays in fall and summer, and I believe there's a Riley-shaped floaty involved. It's going to be so much fun. There's another tag. There's that. I'm trying to answer your questions while I see them. Right? Look at these. All the papers are in there. Dolores has meticulously cut all those sizes that you can't cut with your enclosed die. Please don't forget the dog. Thought he was Hank, but I can't think. Yes, Hank will be coming back out. Hey, we've got the Beagle, and then we've also got the Dobermans as well. Sorry. Fuel for the morning. But anyway, I'm just going to go through these tags. Look at these. Aren't they adorable? And all the tags will match your Christmas cards if you got the Christmas card set. Uh-huh. Now, I suppose, run you through how easy it is to do the tags. But I think instead, I'm going to show you how to color Tiki real quick. Okay? And if we have time, it's Friday morning. Why not? Right? Will Tiki get a male friend? Yes. We do have another little dragon coming at you. Okay, so I'm going to do a real quick Tiki. I'm going to do mine in pink, and I'm doing mine with Olo markers. I thought this would be kind of a fun time to show you what Olo markers are all about. Okay? Olo markers, in case you don't have them, this is a half of an Olo marker. Okay? This is a full Olo. It is half of what you're used to, but it's got the same amount of ink in it. Tucker. Tucker, my baby Tucker. So anyway, all right. I'm going to start with a pink. You guys can use any pink. You can use any color that you want. So I'm going to start with just the pink. She's so easy to color. So I am just going to go around just little edges like this. And that's, and this. Hang on a second. I'm going to record this so I can show everybody how to color with Tiki and already have it done. So we're going to color Tiki. This is Olo marker number RV 1.3. Okay. The other dog with droopy ears, he was the Beagle. Buck? Not Buck. It was a clear set, Karina. So I'm just going to do this. Now, if you guys have seen my YouTube video on the Olo markers versus the Ohuhu markers versus Copics, you'll know that they all pretty much act the same. There are differences. You can go out to YouTube and see that, and I explain all the three markers, the similarities and the differences. These are a bit different because they have a very high amount of concentrated ink in a small space. So the main difference is that with a Copic marker, and I don't have one handy, but with a Copic marker, you've got a brush end on one end and a chisel end on the other. So if you pull the cap open, there's no compression going on because it's got another end, right? This is actually the marker, okay? And there's no opening on the other end. It's a brush nib. Now you can get the chisel nib if you want, but I don't know anybody that uses those. But they have these little connectors that come with them, okay, just like this. So you can connect your two markers together. So in this little set right here that I use for her, I have 16 markers here. Does that make sense? Okay. So there's a lot of ink in here. So if you put that cap on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off, and you snap it, it just creates combustion on the inside. Not combustion, but anyway, when you open it up, it's going to spit out ink. So you just sit it on there like that until you're ready to close the cap. So I'm going to go ahead and finish coloring her in. I use the same techniques. Light-handed is what it takes on these. With your Copics, sometimes they tend to dry out a bit, and so you push down real hard. These are very, very wet. So we're just going to go around her face. We're going to do the same techniques, but a lot lighter. Okay, just to get that ink down. I'm going to go over here, do her little eyelids. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing as I always do. I'm going to use the same marker to come back in and throw a little bit more shading on it, right? Down where the shading needs to go. And of course back in here behind. And down in there. And let's see, let's put a little under her chin, shall we? Again, so I can snap it in place, and now I'm going to use my final dark pink, and I'm just going to come in here just a little bit. Just like that. Definitely back in here because that's going to be the darkest. And a little in between her little claws. Definitely back in here. And right underneath there. Okay, she's coming alive, isn't she? All right, so I'm going to use my original pink, and I'm just going to go back in and do a few little circles along that line just to soften it so I don't see my lines. There we go. And then we're going to add her purple, which is her secondary color, and I'm just going to do the entire front of her like this, and in between her wings and her little spikes. Okay, and in here, and her little horns are also purple. So while I'm doing this, I'll remind you about our specials because we have some fabulous specials going on, and they end today. All right, all the freebies end today. So I'm gonna use the same marker again. Okay, just bring me in some shading here. And I'm going to do the shading from this side and just pull some over just so I can get some shadows in there. And underneath her little horns. Okay, then I'm going to bring my darker purple. And I'm just going to bring some lines underneath, not a lot. And I cannot even feel, the sound stopped. No audio? What? It's showing that I have audio. Is it better now? I think it might have stopped because I was backed up. It stopped around the purple and tiki. Okay. Karina can hear. That's really weird. Okay. I don't know what going on, but okay. So I just put her purple on there, and now I'm just going to take my grays and fill in the pots and her hats, okay? So I'm going to take my lightest gray, which is a 3, and I'm just going to go around everything and lay down some ink. It may have been because I was not talking very loud. So I'm going to fill all of that in. And all of that in. And along her brim. just like that. So we've we've got the whole base laid down. So now I'm going to take my 5 and come back in and start filling it in. And I'm going to start by doing this. So we're going to flick around here from the edges. Okay. And definitely along here, but just leave a little top there. Okay. And this. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and bring it back in again. One more time. And a little heavier on the bottom. And then of course we're going to do our shadows here. Now I'm going to take my other side, which was my original color, okay, and just blend this in. Alright, then we're going to come up. The only problem with having 2 on one end is make sure, we're not having storms here, so I don't know if it's you guys having storms or what, but anyway, so I'm going to fill in her hats. I'm going to leave a little bit of white up here, so I'm going to come back in, down here. Alrighty, and I'm going to go one more time. And back under here. Alright, she's getting there, right? Okay. Throw a little bit more of a shade there and here. And I don't think I'm missing anything. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and blend it out so it's nice and soft. And I'm going to take my final gray. All right. Then let's go back to the pot. We're going to do underneath. We're going to use this very carefully. Just along the edges, back in the back. Okay. And back in here. And back in here. Alright, so to get that to soften in, I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab my 5. And if you close it and you have to open it back up, be very careful. Okay, or it will splatter if you go in and out too many times. But I'm going to take this and we're just going to shade this up. Just like that. Alrighty, pretty awesome, huh? And on our hats, bring that up a little bit. Okay, and then let's see, I'm not going to click that quite yet, and then I'm going to use my lightest to blend it all back in. There we have it, and isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. All right, now let's throw the green in there, and we're going to make some bubbles. And I'm also going to do her little hat bands. Just like that. What color is her bow? Oh, well, let's make it orange. What do you think? Let me make it orange. So I'll just finish this up real quick. I'm just going to add a few more shadows in here on the green. And I'm going to grab a darker green. And just throw some shadows in here and along her hat bands. Okay, I have a little brown for her little mixing stick. Okay, and let's do her bow, a really cute little orange. And let's throw some little darker shading in here. Right? Cute, huh? Here's a little darker orange. That one didn't quite work. There we go. And finally, we have to do her eyes. And where's my blue? Right here. So, you know I love to put blue in the eyes because that helps make the white stand out more. So there we have it. There is Miss Tiki. She is so much fun. Right? And remember, if you want to make cards with her, keep your master and photocopy. Right? Keep your master and photocopy. Now, if you guys want me to, I can or cannot, depends on what you would like, to put together a few of the tags. I think I'm not going to because they're very simple. Like, you cannot miss how to do these tags. And you've got these little bags. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Watch this. I'm going to show you guys how easy this is. So, we have our little list. Okay, this says tags. This is one. Here, we know that it gets a doily. We know that it gets this just by looking at the picture. And then we'll color this in. And there's tag 1. Watch that. Tag 2. Now you guys are going to have to cut the tag parts. Okay, we had Dolores pre-did that for me. This half goes here. There is some ribbon somewhere. What did I do with it? It's here. That goes. You get, yes, our ornament kits. Ta-da! This is our 2026 ornament kit. This lifts up so much. I've made so many of these. It's insane how many of these I have made. You guys are loving them, but for 75 bucks, one of these kits is yours. You can paint it up like I did. If you would like a personalized name tag, you can get those. They're $2.99. I love how everybody has done this and put their kids and their grandkids, and I love it. And then these come with treats in them. But I've eaten all the treats. Throughout the course of the month, I've eaten all of my Hershey's Kisses out of there. And finally, don't forget, I did forget this. So this is $75. Oh, and you get free shipping at $75. So there's gifts at $25, $50, and $75. At $75, you just rake in the free stuff. Don't forget, somebody is going to win this kit. This is our Jingle Bell Barn, the third in the Santa's Village collection. We only make these to 100, so somebody is going to get one of them that's numbered, of course. If it says 74 out of 100 on the back, that was the 74th one that was made. I painted mine up. Look at that. I know. Cute. It comes with lights and a little jingle bell. With a little jingle, we even included the little jingle bell and the lights in the back. And the names are on the side. Isn't that fabulous? Yep. And there's none of the first season. I think there's a handful left of the second season, which was the town center. But these are a perfect little size. They go right on your mantle. They're so much fun. And of course, they come with 9 little reindeer. Right? Really easy, really fun kit to put together. The paint that I color with to do, I go between 2 and 3 different things. I either paint with the spray paint and I paint the whole thing. Like this, I would paint the whole thing. Or I use Posca, Posca. They're Posca pins. And they are paint pins. They're fabulous. I have a lot of them. I have too many of them. I have all of them. Oh, I love my pins. You know me. You know I love to color. So, anyway, there's the rundown, everybody. This concludes Christmas in July 2026. We did it again. Thank you very much. Do not forget the freebies end 2 nights. July 31st at midnight. Do not put your order in Eastern time or Pacific time, I guess, at midnight. No, it's Central. Midnight Central. 10 Pacific. Yeah. Anyway, you guys figure out the math. You know where you live. Anyway, make sure you get in on your freebies. Grab your Christmas in July stuff. There's a limited number of the tag kits, so grab those. And you guys, thank you so much for joining me all month. I love my Friday mornings with you. I really, truly do. I wish I could sit and craft with you. I wish I could just turn on YouTube or Zoom and just have everybody join me and we all just sit here and craft on Friday mornings. So I wish. But you know, there's shenanigans to do and I must be off to create shenanigans. So you guys have a lovely Friday. I love you all to pieces, to the moon and back. And thank you again for all of your love and support for our company. It's amazing. I am very humbled. Merry Christmas in July, everybody. Bye. Have a great day.